here to do my creative year for the month of July, and this month's topic is tips. So it could be, tips could be what we've learned along our art journaling journey. It could be, places that we like to shop at, that kind of thing, tips and tricks kind of thing. And this week's prompt is favorite go-tos. So that could be, favorite organizational stores you like to go to, favorite shops, antique shops that you like to go to. And I was going to show you the favorite antique shop, but this month is Art Town month here in Reno, and things are just crazy all over. So I decided to do something different. So what I'm going to do today is my favorite go-tos. I've already showed you in many other videos. If you've been following me on YouTube, I have showed you many of my favorite art supplies. So this time I'm going to show you what my favorite go-to as far as I like to alter things. So a lot of times I'll take a book and alter it, or I'll take a cigar box and alter that, or I'll take a birdhouse and alter that. There's all kinds of things that I like to use to alter. And one of them is our puzzle pieces. And so I've got this giant floor puzzle that I've been working on periodically. I did one off camera and I didn't show it to anybody, so I just kind of posted pictures in my Facebook group as well as on my Instagram. And so I thought for my creative year, and being that it's the 4th of July, I would do something patriotic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first roughen this up by using an emery board. And just kind of roughen it up a little bit using a nail file, so that when I glue things down onto this, it will adhere much better. Okay. And then to get the excess dust off, I just go ahead and use a baby wipe to wipe off the excess. Okay. And then I'm going to gather the rest of my supplies and I'll be right back. All right, so what I like to do is I like to write into a lot of the states, the tourist boards or whatever for every state. And I like to get their travel maps. They often will send these things out for free. So if you go to their tourist bureau site or whatever it is, visittravelnevada.com, okay, and you can ask for, that they send you a map, and they'll generally send you a magazine about the state and stuff and places to see and do. So I did this for the state of Nevada. I live in Nevada. This is my first 4th of July here in Nevada. So I thought I would cut out part of the map and adhere this to the background of my puzzle piece. So I'm going to trace around this real quick, and then I'm going to cut it out, adhere it, and then I'll show you the next step. Alright, so I've let this dry completely, and now I'm going to take some acrylic, high flow acrylic, and I'm going to go ahead, these are basically fluid acrylics, and I'm going to go ahead and use a baby wipe to spread this around. I want to add a little bit of blue color to the background. And fluid acrylics tend to be, they're basically just watered down acrylics basically, but they, you know, they don't really use water to water them down. Use something else, but anyhow, so I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to let this dry, and I'll be back in a few. The magic of the camera, it'll be instantaneous. Alright, so it's nice and dry, and what I've done is I have this vintage postcard. It was dated 1913. I got it at an antique shop, and it is, yeah, 1913 it says, and I scanned it onto my computer because I don't want to destroy the beautiful card, and it's a 4th of July postcard. I love these vintage postcards from the 1900s. They're really cool, and I love the illustrations and the designs. I have several of these. Anytime I see them in an antique shop, I pick it up as quickly as I can. So I scanned it, and I printed it out on Strathmore paper that is an art type paper that is textured. So it kind of makes it look like almost like a print. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly fussy cut these out off camera, and then I'll be back in a few. So I'm not sure whether I want to hang this up outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some Decopage outdoor glue, and we'll see if this will work for that. Alright, so one of my favorite antique shops here in Reno is called Junkie, and throughout the store it's like one side's like a vintage clothing shop on one side of the store, and they sell all kinds of stuff for like costumes and you know, just, you know, a lot of vintage clothing that you can use for every day, as well as costumes. And then on the other side is like an antique shop where they have, you know, china and furniture and postcards and old photographs and things like that. And one of the vendors often puts out little packages of ephemera, and also of just like game pieces and things. And they're pretty reasonably priced. This was like $2.50 for all of the stuff that's in here. And I bought this last year, right around the 4th of July actually. So I'm going to take these, and I'm going to use these on my piece. And yeah, so I'm going to have things kind of stick out a little bit, and I don't think I'm going to use the Uncle Sam part, but I've got all these little like stars and things, die cut stars and game pieces and lots of little ephemera here, but I don't know if I'm going to use these ephemera pieces in this. I might use that somewhere, at least the word freedom on there. And then I got a piece of like metal that's really cool as well, so I'm thinking I might, you know, incorporate that. And then there was, where did the other one go? I had another little thing here. I don't know where it went now. But anyhow, so I'm going to figure out on camera how I'm going to put all of this stuff together and go from there. So I hope that you enjoy my process while I put this together for my creative year. And I thought I had one, and now I don't know where that went. Okay. And unfortunately the camera doesn't pick up the glitter on this medium, but there is glitter there. Alright, so I'm going to let this dry, and then I will be back with the miracle of the camera in a few seconds. So I have this blue Portfolio oil pastel, and I'm just going to go around the edges of this puzzle piece to add some depth to the piece. And make it permanent, I'm going to add some matte medium over the top of the oil pastel. Sorry, can't think today. Alright, so I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so here you have the puzzle piece. It's all done, and I did glue a piece of ribbon off camera, and I hope that this will inspire you to go out and make a 4th of July decoration for your creative year, or do a art journal page for your My Creative Year. And I am posting a link down at the bottom in the description box below to the Facebook group. And if you don't know what it's all about, go ahead and head on over to the Facebook group and check it out. And thanks for watching, and I hope that you have a happy, healthy, and safe 4th of July with your family and friends. Toodles, bye. See you next time.